there are not enough ways to appreciate musicians who radically change their sound for the sake of their art vision, self-development, and life coherence. Hello there! It's raining outside, we're in the middle of spring, everything feels changeable and on the edge, so it's only fitable to discuss something us out there and us emotional today. I feel like Shamir Bailey's unexpected sophomore LP will do. In the year of 2015, Shamir shines through with his Wretched album, full of incredibly catchy choruses, wild, funky instrumental beats, and interesting vocals. Electropop we all lived for at that time. I still love that record to the core. Wasn't my favorite albums of the year of 2015 and still come back to it. Love that record. Great record. 10 out of 10. After that, it was only a question of time to see Shamir's next big pop sophomore. But his online presence, which I religiously follow and appreciate a lot, thank you, plus overall seeing him act all anti-pop, starish, and quite indie throughout all of his public career, it made the surprise manifesto release of Hope, a sophomore lo-fi, bedroom recorded, alternative rock infused album, not a surprise at all, rather a finally shared inside thought on what's going on. If you love Wretched and will listen to it millions of times and aren't really familiar with recent Shamir stuff and his music influences, tastes, you'll be very surprised by Hope. I guarantee you that, 100%. Like, at the very first note of that opening title track, the guitar and the drums feel heavy, the production is super messy, the so loved pure vocals here feel raw, not also sweet as on the debut, and the performance of it is very vulnerable and very different from what we've heard before. The loud opening track then shifts to slightly bit more soft side, like on the tracks What Else? Or the beautiful Closer, Bleed It Out, which are still quite loud, but emotionally. All of this album screams urgency, instability, lots of different states of mind and emotions, all thrown out together, mixed and engineered and put out there to people's judgment. Hope is all about imperfections and all about experimentality within your own usual palette of music making. And I guess it's not really hard for Shamir to produce the whole thing on his own. He's a pretty talented multi-instrumentalist, and I think got an ear for beautiful lo-fi tuning. Eerier tracks like Ignore Everything or Easier could follow either on the good experimental cuts on the Think path with some nice instrumental vocal effect elements, some of those I enjoyed quite a bit, or it could feel like an unlistenable nonsense to others. I can easily see that. It also depends on your mood quite a lot. The mood of this particular record is very dark and heartbroken and quite conflicted. Conflicted, I think it's the key word here. I really like the track Tom Kelly. It's very confusing and all over the place, yet still quite relaxing and chill. Probably because Shamir's vocals always makes his stuff feel warm and gentle and quite soft. Not all the time though, like on those guitar noise bass tracks. No. Those are some angry vocals right there. Though, coming back to Tom Kelly, even this track, I like this track. It has its own problems. Like, it doesn't have an ending at all. It just kind of drops there in the middle of guitar solo, leaving everyone go, what was that? But I still can't dig that track. Then we have a little bit more friendly tracks on the record. Like a Bird is a cute electropop tune with Shamir bearing his soul somewhere in the distance, and the simple drum beat with childhood-like synth melodies warming up our listening experience so far in this release. Or much more rock-ish and slag-ish I Fucking Hate You track with this obnoxious like drum beat almost overpowering everything else on the track, along with a loosely plugged guitar. It's a mess, but it feels kind of right. It sounds like a great soundtrack to films like Juno, I think. Or like very angsty teenage drama, dark drama thing. I'm a big fan of Shamir's covers. The Blake Baby's cover, Rain, is 100% one of my most favorite parts on this record. It sounds a bit like it was recorded during some sort of rehearsal before a tiny, dark, underground rock club gig. After hearing that one, I want to see Shamir go full punk rock, extreme punk rock, or like post-punk, and maybe with slightly better production. I'll be there. I'm definitely gonna be there, anticipating for that release. But now we have the sophomore LP by Shamir Bailey called Hope, and I feel happy, not only because he didn't quit music and released this, but also because this album, especially after reading the description on his SoundCloud page, it's very personal and very important, and it's an honor to be allowed to such imperfect, loud, lo-fi bedroom space and to be included in the list of people who can listen to this music. It almost feels wrong and kind of stalkerish thinking about it, but yeah, this is what Shamir Bailey has decided to put out there for the whole world to see, to hear. For free, by the way, and he recorded it just like a few days before the actual release, so this is special. This is risky. This sounds effortless, yet pretty painful. This is not the best music of all time, the album of the year, even talk about the lo-fi releases. But here on Hope, I do appreciate the message much more than the messy production or some of the imperfections. Here, imperfections, they kind of perfect this album. And of course I like the artist's openness, and some of the lyricism here is very, very beautiful. I thank Shamir for making me think about how sometimes the urgent, raw and intimate is far more important and emotional than something made by a major label within a few years, produced and even overproduced by a group of professionals. Let us know your thoughts about this release in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like and to share this video and to subscribe to our channel to see more. Watch out other videos we did about music albums, about festivals, about artists, all that stuff. And try to remember that there's still hope. Fuck major labels. Go indie. Fuck them. They don't deserve you. Stay cool. Peace out.